Matthew Wyman. He's a senior fellow from Keele University. Thank you so much for joining us on TRT World, Professor. Firstly, give us your view on this Western approach to oligarchs. We've seen many being sanctioned, including Roman Abramovich over in the UK. Do you think this is an effective strategy in terms of this conflict with Ukraine?
Yes, the oligarchs are one of the real key pillars of the Putin regime. I think there are three pillars. You've got the Siloviki, the strong men around Putin, the security services, the military and so forth. You've got the technocrats who run the economy and the Russian government. And then you've got the oligarchs. And the oligarchs are vital for Putin in various kinds of ways. They fund various prestige projects that he wants, such as the Winter Olympics or the World Cup. Also, they fund foreign influence operations. They do him favours when he wants things doing that aren't ascribable to the Russian government. And of course, they hold his personal wealth as well. Through these kind of either it's held in somebody else's name, but it's Putin's money, or things are held behind the screen of various offshore companies with anonymous ownerships and so on. So you are cutting off a really important support for the regime as well. And I think it's important to remember that part of the way the Putin system has always worked is there's a kind of implicit deal between Putin and the strong men around him, which is you do what I want and you support me, and you can live the kind of lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. You can have homes in the various, all of the great cities of the world, and so by freezing assets and sanctions, it's denying the Putin elite the kind of lifestyle that they've very much got used to living. So we can only assume that this is going to be very much increasing the discontent of the senior figures around the president.
But while we have seen examples of a couple of these super yachts that are owned by oligarchs being seized by European governments, others are simply just shifting their assets around to countries that are more friendly, such as the UAE. So it is possible for these oligarchs to evade some of these sanctions, isn't it?
Well, to some extent, but some oligarchs are very clear that their business has been absolutely ruined by these sanctions, and of course their inability to raise money on financial markets, the fact that their companies' activities are totally frozen, means you're turning the taps off basically. So yeah, they'll be, no doubt they'll be able to preserve some of their wealth, but the sort of process by which they've plundered Russia is really being brought to an end.
Okay, Matthew Wyman, we will have to leave it there, but thanks very much for joining us on TRT World.